from the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport. And driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Well, hello and welcome. Thanks for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word about the pirate ship. Become a subscriber on YouTube at Billified. It's Billified_pod on Instagram. Facebook is Billified. Bill Moran Radio. Find all our content there. Dan Barillo, a lover of the Buffalo Bills. How have you been this week?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm ready to hug.
No, I'm good.
Bills lose 27-24 at home to the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Buffalo Bills are not the sun in my life. They're not my god. They are just a football team that I enjoy watching or sometimes don't enjoy watching, depending on the outcomes.
They went to so now the Kansas City Chiefs are going to their 6th AFC Championship game.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty freaking good. And I'm hoping they lose.
Yeah.
But I picked them and the 49ers to make the Super Bowl. Now, that was a pretty obvious pick for a lot of people, but I'm like, what am I going to do, just pick something stupid just to, like, be counterculture like a lot of people? I'm like, here's what I think's going to happen. Well, we're almost there.
We're almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes and they have, like, not the Patriots, the Chiefs. They have, right now, the best coach in the NFL and the best quarterback in the NFL.
Let me see if I can get you upset.
Okay.
So based on his picks, though, and in the pick'em, does that mean that it's going to be Detroit and Baltimore?
I almost won the pick.
You fell off at the end.
I fell off at the end.
You did well because yeah,
I did.
I was talking to Foodie today. Just as
Foodie's got a system.
Well, Foodie, I was with Foodie and I fired up my DraftKings again.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I'm watching.
Are you betting on basketball, Billy?
No, it was the 49ers. It was the 49ers Green Bay game.
People do that now.
I know. And I hit. I think I had like $60 in there.
Mm-hmm. I
hit on a couple of things in game betting for like the next touchdown. I don't even.
Oh, no kidding.
Nittle hit. So I got. I think it was up to $104, and then I think I lost some. But he had an 8-leg parlay. He hit on all 7. The only thing left was Patrick Mahomes over 225 yards. He was at 215. The Bills missed the field goal, and they kneel it out.
Yeah, they just wrote it out.
And if they hadn't, there's a chance he would have hit on all 8.
How much money would he have won?
I don't know.
Eight legs are usually pretty sizable.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Well,
I
won $2,300 on a $5 8-leg parlay for touchdowns. And it was the day before my uncle's funeral. I'm watching Monday Night Football, and I'm just kind of down.
Wait, you won $5,000?
No, $2,300.
Oh,
$2,300. I wish it was $5. I bet $5 on it, right? So all of a sudden, I'm kind of down. We're watching the Monday Night Football game, and all of a sudden, I'm like, go. Whoa, Jamar Chase. Go, Jamar. Go, Jamar. My wife said, what's the matter? We just won $22. Well, I just won $2,300.
The eye was her talking, not him.
There was this guy, I forgot what site it was. It wasn't FanDuel and it wasn't DraftKings. He had like a 13-player parlay for touchdowns and won like $250,000.
Wow.
On a $5 bet.
Wow. All right, let me see if this gets under your skin a little bit.
Okay.
This is the post-game locker room speech from one Patrick Mahomes after the defeated the Bills 27-24.
Rainbow connection.
Hey, real quick. Hey, listen. Hey, they asked for it. Yeah. And they got what they asked for. Hey, but he said it. This ain't done. No. We come back next week ready to go. And turn it up a notch. Chiefs on 3, 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, he's right.
They asked for it. They got what they asked for.
They got what they asked for, and they didn't finish.
Do you think
and good for him? Now, in Buffalo's defense, I will say this. The owner did want Patrick Mahomes, and Sean McDermott talked him out of it. And I'm glad they have Josh Allen instead because I think Mahomes, if Allen goes to the Chiefs, let's say hypothetically, not that he would. Because the NFL is a bunch of butterfly effects. You don't know what's going to happen afterward. Had the Bills drafted Mahomes, I think they'd be right where they are now. But I don't think they'd be a Super Bowl team. Let's put this. I don't think they'd be any better than they are right now. I really don't. Because Andy Reid allowed him a year to sit behind Alex Smith, and he basically inherited a Mercedes. Josh Allen inherited a Pinto.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay.
Actually.
Yes, but you can cook pizza on the hood.
That's a really
You can cook pizza on the hood, yes.
Oh, you could do more than that.
Yeah, you can throw mustard at it.
Oh, mustard. You could put
the insurance
steaks.
is really,
you get nice steak on there.
And the insurance is really cheap. but yeah. I mean,
that's a good point.
No, but good for Mahomes and good for the Chiefs. But he has to remember, he was born on third base and believed he hit a triple, and he didn't.
Well,
now he's good. He's real good.
Jesus, Danny, I would say, and some have argued, that he may be the most talented to play quarterback. I'm not saying the best, with the best system and all that, but the most talented. And I would think that right now, at least in the league, and maybe you could take it throughout the history of the NFL, he and Josh Allen are the most talented to play the position. Again, I'm not going to...
At the same time? Oh, yeah.
At the same time, but
now,
I mean...
I think
but even
if you swap the two quarterbacks, I think Allen does just as much, if not more, for Kansas City. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now, given all the pieces he has.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the lack... I mean, look, there were a lot of drops this year. It wasn't the offensive juggernaut. There are many people who feel like this is it for the Bills. That was the chance.
And I'll say he'll throw me the finger, but you can throw Lamar in there, too. Lamar's not a horrible quarterback.
No,
he's very active.
The problem
very active.
Lamar's fantastic. The problem with Lamar is that he can't stay on the field. This year he was able to stay on the field. The previous 2 years, he missed the last 5 games of each season, and it cost Baltimore a shot at the playoffs.
And we'll see how he does, Sunday. I mean, they're favored.
I'm rooting for him, man. And it's not out of spite. I really want to see him and John Harbaugh succeed again. I love what the Ravens have done over the years.
Yeah.
They're the only team that really got under Bill Belichick's skin.
Now, we're right after the game. Were you angry at all? Were you angry with the Bills? Did they let you down in some way?
I was. Let's put it this way: I was as angry as you could be without taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's put it this way: with this freaking team, as my friend Bill Moran once told me in 2009 and 2010 and
Can't wait to hear what this was.
If you continue to do what you've always done, you will continue to get what you've always gotten.
Yes.
And the Buffalo Bills 1 year ago were in the same spot that they are today.
Yeah.
And what changed? Well, for starters, they were in every single game this year, just like they were the year before, except for the last one. Now, this year, they were in every single game this year. They could have went and won every game. But because they didn't take care of business in the regular season, they would have had to go 15-2 to do that, which would have been incredibly difficult, but it wasn't impossible because every game they were in was a one-score game this year. They had a better record this year against playoff opponents this year than they did last year, believe it or not, when they went 15-4. But at the end of the day, they had their letdowns throughout the season, and it made them play an extra playoff game, which led to injuries, which contributed to their loss to Kansas City. And oh, by the way, the guys that you needed to catch the ball didn't catch the ball.
Where did he go? Where did Stephon go? Is he gone? People are saying cut him, trade him.
He says he's committed.
Yeah, of course he's committed because nobody else can take him. He wants to be the man. And in Buffalo, he's the number one receiver. But Chris Sims brought this point out. He goes, he is a number one receiver. Brandon Beane is right, their general manager. But is he better than? And he listed 15 different receivers in the NFL. Well, I mean, and the answer is no.
Should he have caught that ball?
Yes, he should have caught it.
Look,
is he also much older than those other 15 receivers too?
He will be. He will be for sure.
But that's part of it.
But, that ball that hit him in the I mean.
He's not older than Mike Evans, though.
Here would be the only thing the one that hit him in, right, it was a little awkward, his body angle, and it hit him in the forearms. And I go, we all sit there and say, you should have caught it. And I'm like, I couldn't have done that. I don't know that do you understand what I'm saying? I go, it's so hard, but it's so hard, what you do.
Somebody in that position
job. That is your job.
Needs to catch that ball. Odell Beckham Jr. catches that ball.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. I mean, Khalil Shakir probably catches that ball.
Well, he was great.
By the way, for people who want to kill Allen, and Thad Brown from Channel 8 brought up a great point. For people who want to kill Allen on that last drive for throwing the ball to Shakir, first of all, he got hit. I think that's already been established. Dawkins got backed into him by Chris Jones. Chris Jones made a hell of a play. And it threw Allen off, and the ball went into the ground. He was going for the touchdown at that point. If Allen's standing straight up, number one, Khalil Shakir probably catches that ball and they score. Now, who knows what happens afterwards with Mahomes because there's about a minute and a half left. We know what that's like. We know what he did with a tenth at that time. However, at the same time, Khalil Shakir was being doubled. And Stephon Diggs is going across the middle. There's nobody covering the guy.
I just don't think he trusted him.
That's my point.
I just don't think he did.
That's
but
my point.
But maybe he didn't see him. I have
point.
no idea.
No, he crossed his field of vision.
Yeah.
But Allen was going for the touchdown.
Well, he was going for the touchdown.
And he had the touchdown.
I know that Travis Kelce held up the heart sign, and when I saw that, I did not think it was to Taylor Swift. I thought it was to
the Illuminati
crowd.
sign.
No, I thought it was to the crowd, basically going, "Love you."
You're pussies?
Yeah, no, not pussies. It was the heart. It was definitely heart. Oh. But then I see Jenna Bush and Hoda Kotb on the Today Show going, just swooning over the fact that he did it to Taylor Swift, who was up in the suite and blah blah blah.
They talked on their podcast today about how much.
So here is
he liked Buffalo, not Travis, but. Jason loved being around Buffalo. Had a blast, he said.
He was doing shots out of the bowling ball.
Yeah.
He was walking around the tailgate.
He was in the pit at one point.
I think he said that his wife said, "You got to be on your best behavior. We're going to meet Taylor." And he goes, "Hey, come on. I was blackout drunk when I met you. It's the charm." But this is Travis Kelce talking about this on this week's episode of New Heights. That's the podcast he does with his brother, Jason, the retired Eagles center, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, now retired.
Hey, real quick.
Whoops.
The celebration went wild by you with the little heart. Who was
yeah, man, I had to spread the love, baby. You always got to spread that love, baby.
There we go.
There was a lot of hate pulling up to that stadium, man. A lot of understand.
Yeah, I mean, it's a football game.
It's a football game. The Bills coming into their house, they want to make it rowdy. Did it get a little disrespectful? 1,000%. 1,000%. They get a little extra. 1,000%. I'm not.
What they say they got extra?
I'm not gonna say because that's what they want. They want to feel.
There you go.
I'm not gonna relay it, but some things were said about the family. Some pretty inappropriate things were said about Pat Mahomes. It was pretty whack. I get it. You know what I mean? Coming into a hostile environment, I respect it. But I just wanted to make sure.
Play the mind games.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it knew it wasn't mutual. I don't hate you guys like you hate us. It's all love, baby.
Yeah. That was his way.
You say so.
Somewhere Brian Cox is calling him a little bitch right now. Right.
No, I get it. Like, it's kind of in your face. Hey, but I love you. You know?
I can see that.
I could totally see doing that. That would be very funny. This game, though, Danny.
Yeah.
50.4 million with a peak of 56.3 million people watching. The first time a divisional playoff game has surpassed 50 million viewers, which is shocking because I don't remember what it was 2 years ago.
And I think the Lions Buccaneers game was the biggest one up until the Bills game on Sunday.
Yeah, and that was a great game.
That was at like 40-something.
Was it 39 million?
I don't know. I really don't know. We could come up with numbers all day.
The NFL's the biggest show in America.
Yeah, but
nobody close.
That's an incredible number. That's an incredible number. And for a divisional game with two cities that are not known for a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
this ain't New York, L.A., Chicago. This ain't New Orleans.
It isn't the major markets. I mean, I'm seeing your boy.
Say Miami.
Your boy doesn't want to go to a major market.
Bill?
Yeah, does not want to go to a big city. So they're saying, like, at least according to the New York Post.
Go to Green Bay.
Well, did you hear the latest rumor about Bill Belichick?
Hang on a second. Well, no, I haven't. But they're saying that the big cities is because they come in, they find somebody to sort of be a mole. All right, and then he goes, it undermines, he didn't say this. It's someone else talking on his behalf. But it undermines the staff and all, and that's not what he wants to do. Now, he's had 2 interviews with Atlanta, but those are the only interviews he's had. Now, I know there was a lot of talk, like, could he be, is McDermott our Doug Collins to the Chicago Bulls, and would he be our Phil Jackson to get us over the hump? I can't say.
What Bill wants is total control.
Yes,
and the thing is that Colin Cowherd brought up a great point today. He said, the guy who wants total control is the same guy who told the players, you got to sacrifice some of yourself for the team. Yeah. Except me. I don't have to do that. Now, he's interviewed with Atlanta. And the story in Atlanta is the reason why things have dragged is because Arthur Blank, the owner, his right-hand man is Rich McKay.
Yeah,
Rich
he doesn't want it.
And his family have been involved in the NFL for years. He would have to answer to Rich McKay because Arthur Blank runs Home Depot, okay? He doesn't want to be in charge of a football team 24/7 like Jerry Jones. And Belichick don't want to answer to anybody. But the story is out of Mike Florio's mouth at Pro Football Talk, and it's not the first time I've heard this, that Andy Reid, this could be his last rodeo. He's 65. He's had some tragedy in his life. His one son died. Yeah. His other son has been in jail. Yeah. And he may just want to hang it up. And Belichick could be waiting for that opportunity. All right, we'll catch Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes and you guys.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. Belichick doesn't have to coach very long.
No.
He would be inheriting a Lamborghini with the Kansas City Chiefs.
And it's not a big media market.
Right.
That's
and I think
and he could beat Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I think he would just inherit that coaching staff, or he could bring Josh McDaniels with him to run the offense. I think Spagnuolo would do a great job still with the defense. They're kind of come from the same cloth. So, I mean, that's another rumor. But I'll tell you what, to bring it all full circle with the Bills, everybody in the NFL, I mean, right now the Chargers are about to hire Jim Harbaugh. They're very close. It's just a matter of power, right? How much power he's going to get. Everybody in the conference is getting better, except for the Bills. They're not.
Well, I think the Bills are going to wind up taking a step back, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Because people think that if they beat Kansas City, they're going to the Super Bowl. Hello? Have you watched the Ravens play this year? They're pretty freaking good. If you watch the Niners play, they're pretty freaking good. And, oh, by the way, the Lions are pretty freaking good, too. And you've had a plethora of injuries this past year. And, oh, by the way, and I love Josh Allen. And Josh Allen's the last guy on the team you can blame for anything. But he's got some mechanics he's got to work on. He bails on plays too quickly and runs off and tries to make things happen with his feet, instead of staying with the integrity of his receivers and their routes and just trying to find them. The run game sucks. Joe Brady is not the guy to run. You heard it here first. Joe Brady's not the guy to run the offense.
No, Greg said it the other day.
Greg said he won't be back.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
And you got salary cap issues now.
You're going to be $60 million over the cap. Right now it's 43, but if you include the future signings, the draft signings, and emergency signings, you're talking about $60 million over the cap.
See, I knew he had a lot of thoughts on this.
$60 million.
It's been percolating all week.
And there's people like Mike Catalana from Channel 13 who say, the salary cap's a myth. No, it's not. You're going to have to, if you want, the smart teams know how to beat it. Yeah, if you want to take a year off for making the playoffs, sure. Go ahead, take all those cap charges now and next year, and maybe you'll make it back. You will know by the second day of the draft next year whether the Buffalo Bills are going to be at least in the same position they are this year or going beyond.
Does Sean make a call to Vic Fangio now that he's gone?
No, Fangio's going to Philadelphia.
Two years ago, there was a guy named Gabe Davis who everybody loved.
Yeah, it's
in
funny.
That 13-second game.
Isn't that funny how things work out?
And now he's
Shakir.
He's injured. He's on the sideline, and he is arguing with fans. Yeah. This is the end of the game where fans are yelling to him. He's turning around. He's being held back by Knox. Just says it.
Hey, set the fuck down. You can't even run a route right.
Greg sounds great.
Bye, Gabe. Now,
Greg sounded sober.
There will be many people that'll be like gone, and I wonder if he'll be one.
He'll be gone, but it ain't gonna be because of that or anything. His teammates love him. Cole Beasley talked about how much he loves him. Stephon Diggs has called him WR1, which means wide receiver 1. They love Gabe Davis in that locker room. He's like, so if he comes back, it's because they're able to pay him, but they're not gonna be able to pay him because he's gonna probably command at least number 2 receiver money for somebody. And he's going to probably go to a team that's very close. Could be a Chargers team. I don't know. And now the issue with Gabe Davis is that he's had a few drops in big spots this past year, and that he doesn't catch half his targets. So we'll see.
What happened?
I don't know.
Because he
and Allen on that 3 different touchdowns this year were on the wrong page.
But they had him featured as a docuseries on their website about his workouts.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 years ago. Yeah. That's what it was with Gabe Davis. I go, what happened? The guy isn't even there. And then Sean McDermott, he's not going anywhere. He's got him in the playoffs the last 6 of the 7
He's not
years.
going anywhere, but I'll get to that.
He said, I can promise you that that competitive fire burns within me as bright as it did the year before. We're disappointed, yes, but not broken. Danny?
They're broken.
You think so?
If the divisional round is your Super Bowl every year, then I guess you're fine. But there's always a shoe that drops with this team. And by the way, their quarterback is not perfect too, though he's the most important piece and he's the best piece on that team. He's got some stuff he's got to work on, both as far as like his vision on the field and his mechanics, okay? But he's had to resort to his heroics, I think more than he needed to necessarily. But when you have guys dropping balls and you don't have a champion in the room aside from your quarterback, well, who's got to be that guy? It's the head coach, and it wasn't. Oh, by the way, for a guy who knows defense so well, he couldn't help his offensive coordinator figure out what defense the Chiefs were running against him in the second half that shut down their run game because he insisted, run the ball on first down. Keep running James Cook, even though nothing is happening. Just keep running him. They never adjusted. The Bills are. He's
adjusted. They tried a fake punt.
Oh my gosh, dude! And I gave for a second I gave McDermott the
Danny sounded like the guy talking to Gabe Davis.
For a second I thought that McDermott didn't call that was a call from when you get a certain look. There were only 10 guys in the field.
Yes.
And okay, so the last guy in the world to run, and I had a feeling. What if DeMar Hamlin does a stupid thing in this game today? Like he was the 12th man in the Broncos game. Remember that?
Yeah.
What if he does something stupid today that helped cost them the game? I didn't cost him, but they ran that stupid play through him. It wasn't his fault, but that's like one of the last guys you're going to run that kind of play through. And instead, if you're going to go for it, why don't you just have Allen out there in the field and go for it then instead of trying to do a fake punt?
I mean, 4th and 5.
McDermott's
God was with him.
Everyone's getting better except for the Buffalo Bills, and you will find out next year by day 2 of the draft whether they're serious about getting better if they take receivers. Because if they take defensive players, it's over. It's over. It's over. He doesn't get it. They don't respect him. They say all the right things.
It's
but
over.
He's never going to take them over the top.
All right, listen to this, Danny. Which call do you like better, Kevin Harlan or Jim Nantz?
Leave Bill
at the end of the game.
Hairy leg.
The snap is good. The ball put down. The kick is up and no good. Wide right. Wide right. The Bills kicker missed a field goal. Wide right.
44 yards pass. No, he doesn't make it. Wide right. Wow. The 2 most dreaded words in Buffalo.
I like Harlan's call. I like Harlan's call better because it's a radio call.
Yeah,
and he's describing the situation. Whereas Nance has to continue to milk the fact that the Bills.
That's history, baby. That's recall.
Oh my gosh, they had a whole history lesson before the game where they had to go back to Kansas City to talk about.
It was hard to hear in my bar because I was laughing so loud.
I have a call that I don't think many people have heard.
Okay,
Russian.
But these games have gone international now. It is not Russian, but these games are televised internationally. The NFL is trying to go global. They will be playing in South America next year, in addition to Germany and London. This is a call from Korea.
모든 문들을 닫았어요. 네. 그렇기 때문에 조시 앨런 선수가 오른쪽으로 나오면서 시간을 벌어봤지만 오픈된 리시버를 찾을 수 없었습니다. 44야드 거리입니다. 타일러 베스. 오른쪽으로 벗어났어요.
Sounds like that Wipeout show they used to have on TBS.
It sounds like a night at P.F. Chang's.
I couldn't stop laughing at that.
I heard
all
number
day.
13 in there somewhere.
Here we go. Here it is. It's the kick.
Though.
It's the kick. Here comes Bass. He's lining up.
그렇기 때문에 조시 앨런 선수가 오른쪽으로 나오면서 시간을 벌어봤지만 오픈된 리시버를 찾을 수 없었습니다. 44야드 거리입니다. 타일러 베스. 오른쪽으로 벗어났어요.
I think that was Korean for Scott Norwood.
All right.
I thought it was Harry Carey.
We'll take a moment. The man behind the Facebook page, Town of Greece Uncovered, Ryan Murphy. We allowed to put you on camera, Ryan?
Sure.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what happened now?
Huh? He's
Kevin's
uncovered.
Kevin's pool get broken into.
His newspaper doesn't have 37 pages of criminals.
He's got he's uncovered some stuff going on in the town of Greece, and I don't know.
Did you figure out why Kevin's pool filter keeps making that noise that wakes up half of the West Side?
I don't know why. I think that he's not very popular with certain members of the Greece government.
None of them.
Yeah. We will get to that next, but first.